Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's watch the sunrise together. I don't know if today is going to be a partly cloudy day or what. Whatever the day is going to start out as, or whatever is going to come, but we still got to keep in mind we want it to be a positive day. That means that we're going to have good vibes only. We're not standing or going for the negativity. None of the bad things, that can happen. We ain't wishing for it. We're not looking for it. We're looking for the good things only. Now, if bad stuff come up, we have to shake that off and keep it moving. There's no need in trying to hold on to what you can't control. You know what I'm saying? We can't control that the light won't turn green when you're at the red light. It won't turn green right away. You can't control that. You can't control what's going on in somebody else's mind right now. Um, you cannot control. We can pray about it, but as far as we're concerned, we got to get ourselves set in a positive light, you know? So just pray for, things to turn out good for you today. Pray for things to turn out good for your family members and your significant others and all that good stuff. So I just wanted to come on this morning and welcome you into Tuesday. And I was supposed to come back on yesterday, but that was a terrible time. My timing was terrible, I put it that way, because I had a lot of other things on the table. So today I'm gonna try to make that up and share that jewelry with you that I received from a giveaway. Okay. So hello everybody. Good morning. Welcome in. It's kind of chilly out here this morning, but we're gonna try again to watch the morning come in, watch the new day come in, because it's already morning. We're gonna watch this daylight come in. Look like we're going to have some clouds once it gets in good, but hey, we welcome the clouds too. Because like I was saying, I'm a firm believer that our personalities and how we, your outlook on life can change your clouds to sunshine, you know, literally. So it's what you're speaking out your mouth, how you're thinking, what you're standing on, all that good stuff. You standing on good ground, hey, it's gonna be good. You woke up, you did your scriptures this morning, you got your coffee going, you got your kids together, or your grandkids, or you know, got yourself together, helping your husband get together, helping your wife get together. Hey, come on. Positivity. That's a must. That's a must. We need that. So like I said, we're gonna watch the day change over to watch the sky change to daylight and watch how the rest of the day turns out. But you gotta watch and pray and watch. That's all I'm saying. As your day goes on, as we go from morning to afternoon, and afternoon to midday, and midday to evening, and then back around to midnight, and then 4 day in the morning, all that good stuff. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm gonna be doing very little talking. And we have a topic of the day. The topic of the day is, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? And I know that sounds like, what is she talking about? I'm just saying, where do you go from here? Now that you have what you want, where do you go from here? Now that you're in a better position to achieve what you would like, where do you go from here? What else are you going to do? Are you going to are you going to do anything different? And I should hope so. Once we're on a different level, you have to do things a little different, in my opinion. So you can't still do the same things that you used to do when you didn't have the information that you have. You have the information, the keys to a lot of doors that were locked before, and you're going to have to look at life a little different. You're going to have to handle situations a little differently. So, like I say, positivity is a must. You start out positive, those things can fall in place. It may take a little while, but that's not your problem. The only thing you have to hold on to is knowing that you can have it. And once you get it, what are you going to do with it? That's it. It might be the house, it might be the car, it might even be the job position. What are you going to do when you get it? You can't still kiki and caca with the same people that you hanging around a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, you got to be around like-minded people. Not that you're better than the crew that you were around, but you're thinking differently. So when you're thinking differently, you got to be around that type of environment. You are what you attract a lot of times. Okay? You are what you attract sometimes. And I know that's kind of hard. Even in the kind of clothes that we wear, the kind of shoes that we wear, whatever. You say, well, I don't need those type of I don't need a pair of leather pumps. I don't need a pair of $300 tennis shoes or whatever. You probably don't. But you sure can wear a pair of quality ones, and your feet can be more comfortable. They may not have to cost that much, but invest in a nice pair that pays off. And that's coming from somebody who has big feet. Big feet. Yeah, I'm just chit-chatting a little bit. Once you get what you want, where do you go from there? That's what you ask yourself today. And you have the answers. You have the answer or the answers, and you already know you got to keep it straight. You got to keep it straight. And that's what people don't want to do a lot of times. They say, well, I don't want to change. I don't want my old friends or my old coworkers or my old classmates to think that I've changed. Sometimes change could be good. And that could help a lot of them, in their everyday move. They'll think, well, oh, Miss Bernie changed up a little bit. She did this and did that. So some things you just can't do the same. Not saying that you got to be snooty. You got to walk around with your head up in the air. No. But you just got to move differently. And when you move differently, most definitely it's going to be for the better. None of that crazy stuff. It's going to be for the better. So we're going to keep this a silent film. I just want to chat with you guys for a little bit, just have a topic on hand. Where do we go from here? You know, once you get what you want, once everything, you've been blessed with whatever, you got the keys to the car, you got the keys to the house. Where do we go from here? I know you got to furnish it. You got to do different inspections or whatever. You got to make sure everything is put together. But where do we go from here? Yeah. Just tell me some of the things that you've done in life, some of the things that you may have had to change to stay on that positive track. That's part of life, a part of growing up. Changes. We just have to embrace the changes, and keep it moving. Embrace the good part and keep it moving. Yeah. The things that we're doing today, don't get used to it, because you may not be doing them tomorrow. You may not be doing them next month. You may not be doing that next year, most definitely. as you go throughout this life, you're going to have different things that change about you. Whether it's your hair turning from black to gray, or you just dyed it and put a little black in there, or burgundy, or whatever color that you may have put in your hair, whatever it is, changes come. You just have to embrace them. And for those of us who say, oh, I ain't changing, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. Well, that's good. Stay where you are. I mean, sometimes people are comfortable right where they are. Okay? I'm not talking to you. So, good morning to those who are in the bushes, to those who are on that are part of this live video. Good morning. For those who are part of the replay, hello. I hope you're having a nice day. I just wanted to pop in and have that open conversation with you, open up this video with that conversation. Where do we go from here? You know? So now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the sky. It's changing. If you can see, it's changing. It is changing piece by piece. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for your thumbs up, for liking the video. Good morning. Good morning. There goes the train. I know y'all hear the traffic. And next might be the horn. But you're going to hear a lot of sounds this morning. And I'm used to it. It's just a southern sound. Hearing the train, and then sometimes you might hear the siren because I'm close to a fire department. Sometimes you might hear, it's just different things you might hear. So enjoy it, embrace it, and let's have a great day. Like I told y'all, I knew it was going to be kind of cloudy just looking at the clouds first thing this morning. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Don't forget, thumbs up the video. Thank you for leaving a like on this video. I'm thanking you for likes ahead of time. I'm going to thank you ahead of time. Yep. We need each other to make things better, to bring about some changes over here on this channel. I need you for that. So I don't need you just to subscribe and not support. I need you to subscribe and be supportive, and let's get things going. But this is what it looks like so far this morning. Now that's a heavy load. That is a heavy load. Some of those trains that come by, they make the whole ground just shake. That's how close I am to the train track. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. The question for today is, where do we go from here? Okay. It's basically I'm basing it on how we embrace change. Do we embrace change? Do some people just like staying stagnated? Do they not want to change? How are you going to act once you get what you need? Once you get what you want into your life? Because, we're always changing, whether we embrace it or like it or not. You're always changing. Some change may not be what we want, but we have to make it happen. And that's why it just depends on how you embrace it. If you embrace that change with a little pushback, that makes it a little harder. But you got to embrace it with positivity. You might be living in an apartment complex or somewhere where the landlord says, well, in 15 to 30 days, you're going to have to move. We're going to help you half of the way, but you're going to have to foot the rest of the bill. That's a hard pill to swallow if someone were to say that. I'm just saying, what if? I'm not saying that it's happening to me or anybody else that I know. And I pray it's not happening to anybody, especially this time of year. But anyway, that's just one of those things we would have to embrace. But the good thing is, at least they're helping you with half of the expenses, because it's expensive to move. I don't care if it's just one person. You got to get your boxes, you got to get your tape, you got to clean up after you move out. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the other apartment and sanitize that, all kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a lot. So that's what the question of the day is. Where do we go from here? And how do you go about embracing change? How do you feel about change in your life? Things that sometimes it's change for your better, and sometimes it's just change that needs to happen, but we don't want it to happen. And what do we do? In my case, I just I try to embrace it and try to make the best of it. One of the changes that happened in my life, I will talk about this, and that was this year. Most of you know that my mother passed in January. So anyway, my brother, he came to live with me. He's disabled, and I embraced it. At first, like I said, we fight against it. But one of the questions my mom asked before she left here was, who's going to take care of Samuel? It was me and my nieces in the room with her. And this was a few days before she left here. Who was going to take care of Samuel? She asked that. I let her ask it about 3 times. And, I was like, Mom, I'm going to do that. And she said, No, I don't. The love that she had and still has for my brother. And she loved all of her kids, but she trained him so well, being that he was special needs or what have you. He didn't get special treatment, but she made sure that he was equipped for life. She gave him a lot of the tools. Back to what I was saying. I stepped back for a moment because I don't have my fence covered, and I should have had it covered where nobody could see me. But I stepped back because I didn't have my little hat on, and my neighbors were passing by taking their kids to school. So I was like, let me just step back for a moment. Anyway, back to what I was saying. My mom equipped my brother with a lot of, I mean, just about all of the keys that he needed to survive in life if he were to move in with a loved one. He could possibly live on his own, but that would get boring to him real quick. So living with for us to live together is a blessing. It's company for me, and you know for him it works well. He has adjusted very well. It's been almost a year now, and he has not done anything out of the way. Um, he's I'm older than him, and he's so grateful, and I'm grateful also because I'm not like high and mighty and that big sister that just want to take over or whatever. I give him room to tell me what he would like to do. You know how I like I always ask him how does he feel about different things. Well, how do you feel about us going this place or doing this or whatever? And he loves to exercise. He loves walking. So that that's why I say him being here for me is a working is I mean is working very well. I'm speechless. I'm speechless because you know he's just that guy right now. That's my baby brother, and I'm gonna make sure that he gets good treatment because he also helped take care of my mom before she left, and it was just them for forever before she got sick. They did everything together. So just imagine that. And he always tell me, he say, I miss her so much. And when he told me that one day, it just broke my heart. I was like, oh wow, and I miss her too. But I always say it's all in how we handle things because he was able to pick up the pieces and move along. And a lot of people, they just can't. Once they lose a loved one or what have you, they fall apart. And Sam is not he I don't know what's going on the inside, but I could tell you from the outside, he's ready to do whatever he has to do every day. If we have to go to the grocery store, he's ready. He's probably ready before his sister is. Because I take my time, but Sam go in there. He takes his time too, but he's just thorough. He's very thorough. And he's autistic. Um, I don't know what spectrum and all that other stuff, but I do know that in some departments, he's sharper than me. Yeah, he is sharper than me. And I appreciate that because he helps me remember a lot of things because this brother can remember stuff from when we were children. Yeah. And see, when my mom used to work, he was my baby. So I told him when he came over, I said, well, we're back together again. Only this time, he came equipped. During that time, I had to make sure everything was taken care of in the house. I was the lady of the house when my mom wasn't at home. Then my older brother, he would come around and try to make everything crazy. And then we'd have to calm down and get back together because he lived with my grandmother and my mother when he felt like it. But he mostly stayed with my grandmother because he wanted to have his way, my older brother. So it's mostly me and Sam. And I guess that's why I feel sometimes like like I've been the oldest because I remember my brother growing up when we were children. My younger brother, I mean my oldest brother, being there, what have you. But he basically was back and forth with my grandmother. And Sam and I, once we became preteens and teenagers, we grew up together. Yep. So that's a little backstory on me and my changes and how I embraced them. But I'm still embracing my change with my new house member, which is my younger brother. I'm embracing that well. Where do we go from here? We can't go nowhere but up. Nowhere but up and stay positive, you know. So I have to make sure that I'm in a positive place for myself and him, especially him, because he can read you like a book. He know when you're not feeling 100%. I remember when he first got here and uh he came in one morning. He got up one morning to go get his breakfast or what have you. And I had fallen back to sleep on the sofa. And he came in and he started praying over me, just like that, saying, God, let my sister feel better, keep her. And he said a few other things, but I remember him saying, he wanted me to feel better. I said, wow. You just don't know who you need in your life and who you're going to have in your life. You don't know what kind of changes are going to come, but it's up to us to embrace those changes because nothing stays the same. A lot of times we like to say, "Oh, I don't change. I'm gonna stay the same. I'm gonna do this and do that the same." But changes come. It's just all about how we embrace those changes. How about that? So Tuesday is in our face, and this is how the sky's looking right now. It's a little cloudy out here, but like I said, you are the sunlight. Wherever you go, whether you're going to the bus stop, you're going to school this morning, you're going to work, or you got to drop some kids off or your significant other off. Guess what? You are the sunlight. Excuse me. If somebody around you is going through something, you should be so sparkly and so shiny today or any day, really, until the changes that they're going through just wash away. Give them a positive word, a great scripture. You know, there are 66 books in the Bible. We just have to search which one is going to work for us. Just like I embrace the birds and the train and all the other noises that you guys have heard this morning or sounds that y'all have heard. That's how we got to do with life. And sometimes we're so used to those changes until we're like, oh, I don't know nothing about no change. I like things just the way they are. You've just grown to like them. That's all that is. Well, like I always tell you, I don't have all of the answers, but from my experience in living this life as long as I have, those are the nuggets that I can leave you with on this day. And I'm going to stay out here just a little while longer. Then I'll come back and we'll end this live. And I need to come back so I can share the costume jewelry with you. I mean, I have some nice items. A lot of those pieces are from Chico's. Okay. If y'all know anything about Chico's, you know they have nice jewelry. So this is what I'm going to leave you guys with on this beautiful day. I'm going to leave you with embrace change, embrace the changes that you're going through in life, and you're going to embrace it with positivity. And you're like, how can I get positivity out of this? You can get positivity out of it by changing the way you think. Okay? If you're not a believer, then you need to be reading some positive affirmations. I can change. I can get out of this. You might be sleeping on somebody's sofa. You might be sleeping in your car by choice. You know what I'm saying? Because people are doing that. And I like those videos. But anyway, you may be doing a lot of things or in, a situation where you just have to embrace it. And it probably came overnight. But once you start embracing that, with positivity, I can guarantee you won't even be thinking about that situation no more. It'll probably go so fast. A situation that you could have been in for a year might take 3 to 6 months. It just depends on your mindset. Yeah. Positivity is the lifeline. It's the lifeline for us guys. Yeah, I'm just talking, and I'd like to think that I'm sharing life nuggets because I can just go by what I went through in life. And like I shared about, my brother coming to live with me, I had to embrace that change because I had already made that promise to my mom and to God that I was going to make sure that my brother was taken care of and didn't have to go because my mom, she hate her and my brother both. He don't like group homes. He don't, and not saying anything is bad with them or wrong with them or whatever, but he never wanted to go there. When they asked him that years ago when he was staying with my mom, and they would have their little ups and downs about certain situations, he would always say no, he wanted to stay home. So that's what it's all about, how we embrace our changes, how we embrace it. So you have to take it on in my I have to take it on with the word of God and make sure that I stand flat footed on what the word of God says. We have not because we ask not. I don't know why we stopped knocking on the door so quick. If nobody answered, why did we stop knocking? If it wasn't, if nobody answered the door, or nobody answered, if the prayers haven't been answered yet, why we stop asking and knocking and seeking? If we don't see nothing yet, we just those individuals. If we stop seeing, it's like, dog, nothing is coming up yet. I don't see nothing coming. No change is coming. You don't see the change, but the change is happening behind the scenes. So you got to keep praying, watch and pray, pray and watch. And that's all I'm gonna leave you with today, because I can talk all day. Y'all know that. Those of you who've been over here for a while, I love to talk. I don't mean any harm by it, but that's just one of my things I like to do is chit chat. So have a good morning, have a good day. And don't forget, come back in the morning so we can watch the sunrise and have a new chit chat. I have some more stuff to share with you. But today I must come back on so I can share the costume jewelry. And I want you to be tuned in because it may be in a few hours, okay? All right. Love y'all. Have a blessed day.